Hi there, Sandy Freshy, Human Design Specialist here. I want to take a few minutes of your time to talk about one of the basic terms that you will see on your Human Design chart. Today we're going to talk about strategy. And if you don't have your Human Design chart, go back and watch my video on how to get a Human Design chart. But if you do have your Human Design chart, you've probably noticed that strategy is down here in the keynotes of your chart. So we're going to talk today about what it is, what a strategy is in general, what it is in terms of human design, why it is in the system of human design, and how that can assist you in discovering how your energy really functions and operates. So, a general definition of strategy is a plan of action, a procedure, or an approach to achieve a major aim. So, what is the major aim that we are trying to achieve with following strategies, following the strategy that's on your chart? The major aim is to reduce or eliminate resistance. Now, I have a video on resistance in human design, so if you're not quite sure what resistance is, go back and watch that video to give yourself a foundation for what we're talking about here. So our major aim with putting this plan of action or this procedure into place, this procedure of following our strategy into place, is to reduce or eliminate resistance in our lives. So this is the foundation of the human design, the traditional human design experiment, where you get to understand what your strategy is, what your plan of action is for eliminating and reducing resistance. You go out and you practice it, you follow it, and you see what happens. You see if it actually does in the long run help you to reduce that resistance, as I said in that video on resistance in human design. Reduce the resistance to really being who you are. So each energy type has a different strategy. And all but one of the energy types, the manifestor energy types, has a strategy to wait. And it's a different strategy for a little bit different for each type. So projectors have a strategy to wait for an invitation. Generators and manifesting generators have a strategy to wait to respond, wait for something to come to them to respond to with their sacral motor. So you'll see if you have a generator chart, if that's your type, you'll see wait to respond or respond as your strategy. Manifesting generators have a little bit more of a nuanced strategy, but the foundation of it is the waiting to respond. Reflectors have a strategy to wait for a full moon cycle before taking action. So these four types of projectors, the generators, manifesting generators, and reflectors all use or employ this strategy, this plan of action, this procedure of either waiting for an invitation, waiting to respond, waiting for a full moon cycle before they take an action. Now, manifestors have a little bit of a different strategy because manifestors are here to initiate. So a manifestor actually has a strategy to inform. And that strategy comes into play when the manifestor is ready to take an action. So when the manifestor is ready to take an action, they inform anyone who will be impacted by that action. So that's kind of a basic overview of a very general overview of what strategy is for each type. So you have your type, which is on your keynotes here, and then you have your strategy for releasing resistance, your procedure or your approach that will keep you out of resistance, will help you to reduce and eliminate resistance. And then there's another piece of that which we will talk about in the next video, the next human design video on authority. So I'm curious right now if you have put your strategy into practice, or how have you put your strategy into practice, and what have you discovered in your experiment about resistance, the practice of, or the procedure for eliminating resistance. What have you discovered about yourself in that regard by putting your strategy into practice? So if you're not really clear on your strategy and how that really works in real life, in your life, I do offer human design readings and mentoring. So if this is something that you need to get down as part of your foundation for understanding yourself through your chart, through your human design blueprint, then I highly encourage you to invest in a reading, invest in some mentoring, and really get this foundational piece down. So thank you very much, and until the next time, be well.